So today's Xing Hui has a question. Oh, I thought Xing Hui want to go off. Actually, she has a question. I have a question with regards to this lesson about not killing. What is your opinion about those who are put in position to defend their country and when they are at the situation to kill or to be killed? So, now she asked a question and then she ran off. Okay, bye-bye. So to be put in that position, in most countries, the position to defend your country is usually not forced onto you in most cases. So in most cases, it's not. But for example, in Singapore, there's the Conscription Act. Yeah. So male Singaporeans are required to serve the country for 2.5 years of full-time national service. And then after that, they used to call it reservists, then they call it NS men. Yeah. To change people's mindset that you are not just, carefree. You are still under service. Until finally, when you hit 40 years old and above, or at such point where they discharge you and they put you into military reserve. Yeah, so it's called MR. What MR means is that, from what I know, it means is that normal days they will not call you, but if it's wartime, they will still call you. Yeah. So if most people think, oh, MR, oh, that's it, I'm done with it. Actually, it's not. It means that during war, they will still call you. Yeah, because if it's war, the whole country is involved. It's not as though, oh, I'm not I'm not under the active reserve troop, so you don't come and shoot me. So how? So I think we need to first consider how to prevent such a situation. Yeah, and to that end, I think we are very fortunate on one hand, and because we have a country, a government that that doesn't seek provocation. Yeah, we have a government, a country that seeks peaceful approach. Yeah, and seek to help other countries to thrive also. Of course, there are those who wonder whether this is the fully benevolent and benign attitude, but the result is the same, that we seek peace. Yeah, I remember when I was in secondary school, they talk about the total defense. Yeah, military defense used to be the last thing. Yeah, so you have economic defense, we have psychological defense, we have civil defense, we have then last total military defense. Yeah, I think now there's 6. I think that now there's 6: cyber defense or digital defense or something. So, but I say that on one hand, we are fortunate to have such a government. Why? Because that's true. But yet, on the other hand, we have such a government because of who we are. Yeah, both in terms of karma, and also because of our active decision in this life. Karma referring to past life. Yeah, here I refer to past life. So because of our past life, we are fairly peaceful people. Yeah, we don't advocate violence, so we are born in a place that has less violence. Yeah, in Buddhism, that's how it goes. Yeah, if you seek violence, you always advocate violence, then you get reborn in a place there's a lot of conflict. Yeah, and then at the same time, in present day life, we also advocate peace. Yeah, so if we continue to do that, and those who are who migrate here, yeah, because there are those who migrate here, right? So their rebirth karma may be different. Yeah. And then they come here. So they mix up the the total resultant karma. Yeah. But by and large, I think Singapore as a whole, we seek to have harmonious relationship with others. Some would say that it's because we are so small. Yeah, we're so tiny. Yeah, yeah. If people just elbow us a bit, then we deng. Right? Perhaps. But throughout history, there are also countries that are small, that are very warlike. Yeah. If you think about it, compared to bigger countries like, let's say, Australia, let's say United States, let's say China, a lot of European countries are actually very small. Yeah, the actual physical size itself and the total number of population, right, is extremely small compared to other countries. Like, let's say India. India is actually not that small, compared to European countries. It's actually bigger than quite a lot of European countries. And in terms of population, it's much larger. Yeah. Well, top few population, uh, I think China, India, and Indonesia, these three are the top three, right? Yeah. But we're not here to talk about politics. Huh? It's about the collective decision. Yeah, because the country, the state, the government is not separate from us. Yeah, it's not separate from us. It's not just, oh, once every 5 years we just vote, then it's their problem. Yeah, right. You think about it, it's very easy for us to say, oh, but they make the decision. What? No, it's not true. When a decision is not to our liking, we also make noise. What? Correct or not? Yeah. So do we make noise when it comes to like military decisions, but I mean, because Singapore haven't made any much of a military decision in that sense, but we do actually. We purchase military equipment and so on and so forth. But again, we're not here to comment on such decision at this national level. Yeah. So I want to get this part out of the way first, because this is the part that we can do to prevent that situation from happening. By the time that situation happens, it's a bit too late. It's a bit too late in a way, right? And that's why even for the Buddha, even for the Buddha, while he advocate non-killing, he don't tell the kings who offer patronage to him, who support him. He don't tell King Bimbisara, he don't tell King Pasenadi, he don't tell them to say, oh, all of you should disarm yourself. Yeah, all of you should just remove the arms and just live peacefully. You don't see him going to the kings to tell them that. Yeah, now think about it. He don't go around telling them to disarm and say, oh, let's. He does tell people advocate non-killing, right? But he don't tell them to say, oh, remove your military minister. Yeah, what use do you have for spears and knife? But he also don't encourage them to build up more weapons. Very interesting. In a way, the Buddha don't go and interfere with the running of the country. Yeah. The only time, the one time, I'm not say only time, the one time you can see that he take some actions is when King Ajatasattu, he waged a campaign towards his home state. but he didn't lead the whole group to go and protest. He merely sit in the path, yeah, along the road, and then talk to the king and basically just try to you know, persuade him to do otherwise. In that sense, the king turned back a few times, but finally the Buddha saw that that is not possible, so he still waged the war. So how about those who are in that position? Yeah. As I said, if you're already in that position, it's a bit late now. Yeah, it's a bit late. Truth be told, I read some articles. Yeah, they talk about some studies, and they examine the ballistic data. Ballistic means the data regarding trajectory of rounds. Okay, whether it's from the gun, yeah, machine gun, or from the artillery. Okay, they look at ballistic data of small arms during World War II and World War I. World War I, the gun is very inaccurate. You shoot a tongue, it's all over the place. World War II accuracy has improved a lot. Yeah, but yet at the same time, the casualty percentage, yeah, that means the fatality rate or the hit rate is very low, lower than what is expected. And what they from all the data, right, what they conclude is actually those who go to war, it's not like what we watch in the movie. Wow, everybody is like, wow, specially trained killer, go there, bam, 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 you know. Especially during World War II, a lot of them are conscripted. Yeah, and a lot of them are actually teenagers. Yeah, the first group that go out are all the regulars, and then a lot of them budget already. And the if you look at World War II and World War I, it's just 2 or 3 decades later, 1911 to 1938 or something, then just 20 over years, another World War. So those who fought in World War II, at least in the European theater of war, they found that a lot of them, they just shoot in the air, you know. Yeah, and a lot of studies corroborate this, that human beings just don't feel good to kill each other. So actually, a lot of them, when they go to war, they just roughly shoot in that direction, because if you don't shoot, the officer may shoot you. You know, officer have a sidearms. I was told, I don't know how true this is. Officers, right, is called commissioned officer. Then there's non-commissioned officer. So commissioned officers traditionally receive the commission directly from the king. Yeah, so the king commissioned him to kill. Yeah, to carry out the duties in his name and to kill whoever stop you. Yeah. So non-commissioned officer never received the commission, so they have to follow the order of commissioned officers. Yeah. And so the sidearms, I was told, is to kill your own people who don't follow your orders. Yeah. That's why you think about it, sidearms, wait until the enemy reach your place, right? So why do I share this? And it's because ultimately at that moment when you're let's say in your camp, or you're in the front line, it's your choice to make the decision. Yeah, and from what we see, a lot of the soldiers in World War II, they decide not to kill each other. And if you watch some of the World War II movies, right, they show how the American troops and the Nazis, the German troops, they actually march past each other. And then there's one American troop who noticed the German troops, and one of the German troops also noticed him, and then they look at each other for a split second, and then they just nod their head and then they just continue walking. Now, when you watch such movies, you may think that it's quite funny and quite ridiculous, but some of these accounts were based on actual life accounts. That when they pass by each other, and as long as nobody say anything, they just act blur. Okay, let's carry on. It's only when you are really forced, then they both have to shoot each other. Yeah. So what's my opinion about those who are put in that position? Usually we say war is collective karma. Yeah. Yeah, war is collective karma. It's very difficult for so many people to suddenly decide to end up being in a position where two groups of people on a massive scale are in conflict. Yeah. So in Buddhism, we say when two countries go at war, it is actually due to collective karma. There are also some of the sutras in the Pali Canon that talk about how the outcome of the war is actually not decided by humans. Yeah, this part, I'm just citing the sutta. I'm not, this is not my opinion. And or maybe it's the commentary, but if I recall it's in the sutta. It says that before the humans start the fight, the devas of these two regions actually started fighting already. And in a way, it catalyzes it's a collective combined karma thing. So the outcome of the devas fighting, according to the text, already determined the outcome. Yeah, something like that. So, but to me, the outcome is never good. Whether you win or you lose, the outcome is not good. Yeah. You win, you plant the seeds for future karma. You lose, they plant the seeds for future karma. Either way, everybody lose. Yeah. I love this saying. It says, war never find out who is right, but find out who is left. Yeah, understand this? There's a play of the words. Yeah, it is yeah, it's so poignant, you know. Yeah. But if you look at all the different conflict that was started in the past 20, 30 years, we come up with all kinds of very, very good reasons to go to war. The truth is, this is not new. Throughout history, whenever we want to go, whenever countries go to war, the king, the emperor always come up with very good reasons. Yeah. Very good reasons. Whether it's for justice, or whether it's to say, oh, we must fight them so that we can have peace. Such an irony, right? To have peace, you must kill each other. Yeah. Or it could be that, you know, people will say, oh, that country has desecrated our secret place. So sometimes I always feel like, why do we have secret place? You have secret places, then people can desecrate, then you get upset, then you can go and fight. Then what is so secret about this place that can cause you to have anger, you know? A sacred place should only produce wholesomeness, right? So the true sacred place is the purity of our mind. Yeah, that cannot be taken away. So the best way is still prevention. Still prevention. Yeah. But if ever we are in that situation, then reflect on the conditions, and we should do prayers for the other country that is in conflict with us. Yeah. Not just pray for ourselves, pray for the other side also. Yeah. Because it takes two sides to clap. Yeah. So I don't know whether I answered her question. Maybe if you all have other thoughts about this, you all can ask also. Louis want me to remind the group of tonight's meditation session. Yeah, today is Tuesday, so tonight we have our weekly Tuesday meditation session. Yeah. Anybody have any other thoughts about this question, about those who are put into the position to defend the country? I must highlight there's a difference between defending a country versus invading a country. Various masters have highlighted that this is a very crucial difference. Yeah. So the karma would be different. If you actively go and attack people versus just fortify the place and say, please don't come and attack us. You know, if you attack, we will shoot. It's still different. Yeah. Yeah. But as I said, try not to get into that situation to begin with. So if you were to go into the specifics, let's say, Sifu, you are avoiding the question, so what happened to those people who defend the country? Well, in the act of your defense, you still shoot, yeah, you still have to have the thought to hurt that person. Yeah. So it will be somewhat similar to the story of the boat captain, right? Where he killed a person to save the rest. But the consequence is he still bear the results of his killing, and he was reborn in hell for a very short time. Yeah. In Buddhism, we don't use this to justify violence. Yeah. But karma is amoral, not immoral. Karma is amoral. That means karma is just like gravity. Gravity doesn't actively try to help you save your phone or destroy your phone. But if you drop your phone too many times, one of these times it will break. Yeah. Sun Hao, you want to ask her to ask the student to go and ask. I don't know. Bramble Tenzin is not here. Well, I don't know how he will feel, but I think you are referring to the venerable who was a commando, is it? Yeah. So the fact that he stopped being a commando and choose to become a monk, I think that's also you can think for yourself what would his answer be. Yeah. If he think that doing that is the right thing and the best solution, then he should have and would have stayed on as a commando. Yeah. But I can't speak for him. So Sun Hao, you can go and ask him and then let us know the answer. Yeah. Oh. Any of you in the army? I look at all of you like Bei Pai. So, today Zhou Ping is not here. Zhou Ping is also not combat trained. I think Sean is combat trainer. Oh, the whole group, only the few of us guys. Then Marcel is foreigner, so he will not fight for us. Then Sun Hao is also not combat trained, right?
Partially, not fully.
What partially? So you only know how to carry a gun, don't know how to shoot one.
No, I got shoot before.
You have shot before.
Yes.
Not you got shot before. You have shot before.
I have shot before. Okay.
I have shot before.
I have shot.
Yeah. So what is your vocation?
Because it was final train.
Don't have to go through the whole history. Yeah. What is your final vocation?
Admin.
Admin. Okay. Yeah. So seafood storeman. Yeah, but I was trained in many of the combat units. A few of the combat units at least. Wartime, I tell you, they will change your vocation. If it's really war, they will change a lot of the vocation. Yeah. Otherwise, Singapore have a lot of storeman and clerk, I tell you. I remember my encik once told us, he said, huh? Nowadays, all of you young men, I see all of you very strong and fit, but what? Got some, what? Excuse hand, excuse grenade, excuse rifle. Why? Because sweaty pumps. So you're telling me if you have a machine gun M16 in front of you, an enemy coming at you, then you're going to say, oh yeah, then kill me, lor. My hand sweaty pump, I cannot shoot. What the encik? 一针见血, yeah, good. Yeah, so it's really a situation we do want to be in. I still must say that. Yeah. Don't entertain the thought, oh, never mind, I defend the country, I should, then I don't mind going to hell. You say only. But when you're in hell, you regret. Yeah. Or maybe before you go to hell, you already regret. Yeah, so best not to entertain such thoughts. The Buddha, when he was a boat captain, he considered all possibilities, and at that point in time, he's already a certain level bodhisattva. He's not like us ordinary folks, just wishful thinking. Yeah, and only under those circumstances he considered, okay, this is the best worst option. Yeah, so he decided to do it, and he was consciously ready to experience the hellish rebirth. Oh, yeah. So every day when we do our practice, we should also generate metta, karuna for the whole world. Yeah. Pray for peace in the whole world. Yeah. How can we make a change? Change ourselves. Yeah. Including, don't think too lightly. There are some Buddhists who see the like, let's say a few years back, the Hong Kong protests, and then they support the protesters doing all those acts of violence. Mo gao. You support that, later it happened here. Yeah, this is not good. So have a peaceful day ahead. Namaste.